Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome to Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is chapter 27. The chapter I've went on and on about for the past few chapters. The chapter I've been dreading most in this whole playthrough. And I've finally completed it. That's right, finally completed it. And I completed it in the exact way that I wanted to, so everything seems to be going pretty well for me for this project. I mean, it really is. This only took me 2 attempts, and I didn't even have to restart on the hard part. I actually restarted due to a stupid mistake I made midway in between the chapter. So, yeah, I got kind of lucky with that. And I'm glad I got lucky, because I really want to complete this game. I really wanted to complete this chapter. So, yeah, I finally got it done. So, for the info conversations for this chapter, I believe there's only one, but this happens to be, I think, the longest info conversation in the entire game. It's basically Ike retelling the story of how Commander Grail passed away. So there really isn't that much use for this info conversation, if you ask me. But if you want to learn a few things about Titania, or really not, you really don't learn anything about Titania. You just tell her the whole story, and basically retelling certain plot points that you should have gotten the first time around. But yeah, this info conversation not really important. I gotta admit though, Titania seems to really have a giant crush on Commander Grail. If you remember that one info conversation, like, it was one of the first ones where she was, like, outside grieving for him. But, hey, nothing wrong with that. It might not really be a crush, just a respect thing. Because she was working with Grail for a very long time, and he put a lot of trust in her, and she put a lot of trust in him, so they were really good friends, so I can understand why Titania cared a great deal for him. So yeah, they just confirm everything we should have found, or we've known for a long time. They're also putting emphasis on the fact that we need a certain sword to defeat the Black Knight, because his armor is impervious to all weapons except weapons blessed by the goddess, because his armor is blessed by the goddess. And thankfully, Ike actually has that sword with him. It was the same sword that the Black Knight tried to give Grail during their fight, but Grail refused because he couldn't use a sword anymore due to he did something. He cut his wrists, or not his wrists, but his hands or something, to the point where he couldn't use a weapon anymore. Something like that. So he couldn't fight properly. That's why he went down so easily when he fought against the Black Knight. But yeah, that does it for that conversation. I got a support conversation here, the last one between Oscar and Kieran. Again, you don't learn very much. Kieran's going to try one last time to get Oscar to rejoin the Knights of Crimea. Oscar's going to refuse once again, saying that he really enjoys doing what he does, and then that Kieran, since he enjoys what he does, he should keep on doing that. And then they just pretty much leave off on those terms. So yes, rivals to the very end. I really like the relationship between these two, though. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I kind of like the supports in this game, actually. I just think that some of the supports actually touch on different personality traits of each character. And I think this is a good example of one. I think Boyd and Mist is a good example of one as well. And then there's some of them that are just plain hilarious, like Kieran and Rice. If you haven't seen it yet, I really recommend you watch Bastion and Volk's support conversations. Those are usually pretty good. But that's about it. Just making sure I have the right weapons. because I thought that maybe the sword would be available to use now, but you can't use it until the actual Black Knight battle. So I got rid of one of my swords just for the time being. Leave base. So now we're gonna go over some plot points for the next battle, I guess. They're going to talk about the Black Knight some more, and then Mist is going to come up and want to talk to Ike about the coming battle, and then everything that she's learned throughout the past few chapters. They're going to have a little family moment, I guess, so that's pretty much how that goes. Not really going to go into very much detail. There's also going to be a conversation between Bastion and Alencia, where Alencia says that she puts a lot of trust in Ike and Mist, because in a way they're kind of similar. Both of them, or I guess all three of them, lost their parents in the same war, basically. Although not Ike's mother necessarily, but they've both lost parents due to war and situations that are somewhat similar. So, yeah, they're just going to talk about that for a while. Nothing else matters, I guess, for the rest of this. So go ahead and read the dialogue if you want. I'm going to probably be talking about some other things regarding the project. I guess I should probably talk about this near the end, but there's probably something else I want to talk about, so I'll talk about this first, I guess. Scheduling for the rest of this project. I believe yesterday I started a new rotation of, I'm going to do a Zelda episode one day, Fire Emblem chapter one day, and then Mario Party part the next day. So it's going to be like a 3-day rotation between my 3 projects. Mario Party should end first. Like, I'm predicting Mario Party to end on Wednesday, I believe. Wait, Wednesday? Let me make sure. Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, Mario Party should end on Wednesday. For this project, I have Chapter 27 today, Chapter 28 on Tuesday, and Chapter 29, which is the last chapter, on Friday. And then when the last episode goes up on Friday, the following day I'm going to take another day to show the credits and epilogue. And then I'll pretty much be done with the main story of this project. And then I'm also going to go over a few extras in another video that'll come during the next week. So I'll pretty much be done with this game in less than 2 weeks now. So this game is coming to an end. So for all you who've been kind of frustrated with this project and who've been waiting for it to end, don't worry, it's coming soon. It'll be done in probably less than 2 weeks from now. I don't see it going past Tuesday of, not next week, but the following week. I'll try to see if I can get the extra videos planned for that day, but we'll see what happens. Then, after I complete both of my projects, this and Mario Party, it's going to be just a whole week of Zelda. And then I'll probably start a new project or something. I don't know. I haven't really decided. I think I should give myself a little break. Because I think in the last 3 months, I've only had 2 or 3 days off of YouTube, and that's a lot of days. That really is. And I should really give myself a break sometime, so I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to do after these next 2 projects end. But, yeah, I have 2 projects that are ending soon. This one and Mario Party, so I'll decide that. I'll try to figure that out later. I might just film ahead on Mario Party, or not Mario Party, but Zelda, and then I can just get one upload, but I'll have the videos already made. But that's about it. Getting back to this, I cut out all the choosing enemy units and the repositioning, just because that took a lot of my time, and I didn't really feel like going through all that. So I just cut it out. The only units I didn't bring to this battle were, I didn't bring Oscar or Kieran. I don't really need very many mounted units in this battle, and I already have Mist and Jill, so they'll do fine. And I also didn't bring Rayson or Alencia either, so didn't worry about bringing them, so that's about all the units I brought, everybody besides them. I did bring Volk, and this might actually be Volk's last chapter, because I don't think there are any treasure chests in Chapter 28 or Chapter 29, so Volk is... he really wouldn't be useless, but his practical use, in my opinion, would be gone. He is a great unit, but I don't really depend on thieves for my fighting. So he's probably going to be taken out in the next chapter. So say your goodbyes to Volk, because this will probably be his last glory. But that about ends the first video, so I'm going to go ahead and just end this video. See you guys in the next part where we start Chapter 27. See you guys later.